Well, we definitely missed some updates because we're now in Miami. The original plan was to go to Baltimore for her surgery, and that kind of did not go well because that company did not communicate well. She started getting a funny feeling about them, so she started looking at other companies, and we settled on one in Miami. So I'm now sitting in an apartment in Miami, and Colleen's actually in surgery as we speak, so we'll be updating once she's done. But I wanted to jump in and quickly update. So she flew in on Sunday, had some pre-op appointments a couple days before today. It is now Wednesday. I flew in last night after work. We had booked an Airbnb for the entire stay, but it ended up not being ideal. So I did rent this Airbnb, which I'll give you a tour of right now. It's an apartment complex in Coconut Grove, just outside of Miami. And it's long-term, short-term stay. It used to be a hotel, and the description was that it's now short-term and long-term stay, and I guess they fill it with Airbnb when they have vacant rooms. So this was luckily available in our price range, but it's got a little desk area here. First floor, critical, because you won't be able to walk any steps. The last Airbnb was on a second floor with no elevator. That was not in the description. It did say second floor, but where we come from, there's elevators wherever there's multiple stories. Apparently there in Florida, there are a lot of buildings that are old enough to where they don't have elevators, even if they have multiple floors, because it predates state requirement for multiple levels to have elevators when they're built. So they're kind of grandfathered in, and we learned that the hard way because this Airbnb was a second floor apartment. We just assumed that there was an elevator, and when Colleen got there Sunday afternoon, couldn't find an elevator. We were tempted to stay, but ultimately she should not be walking any steps after surgery, at least for the first week or so. So we are here on the first floor, and once you walk out this door, the pool is right over to the left. Laundry room's right there. Everything is very conveniently located for where this room is. This is a pull-out couch. I'll probably be staying here. She's gonna have to get up every hour on the hour. I don't know if it's just tonight or multiple nights, but she's got to get up every hour on the hour to walk and at least move her legs. If that means she's got to get out of bed here and pace this room for 15 minutes, and that's what she's gonna have to do. TV in both rooms, and a little dining area here, little kitchen area. Colleen will be about 5 hours, maybe longer, because there is obviously post-op recovery time, things like that. So I do have a bit of time. Oh, this was funny. What's wrong with this picture? How do you get stuff out of the fridge? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go talk to the front desk and see if they have any tools, because I can switch these doors in about 10 minutes. But there is a linen closet here in the hallway as you enter the bathroom. It's not like the most spotless place. I mean, everything's clean enough for our 7-night stay. And there is a huge closet in the bedroom here. This entire wall is a closet. Pretty nice temporary stay. If Colleen feels up to it, we can take walks. We are close to shopping district, I think less than a block away, so maybe we'll check that out if she feels up to it. So we plan on updating every day while we're here, just to see how she's feeling, what we're doing, what we're capable of doing. If she goes for long walks, if we go to eat somewhere, she can't sit in an upright position. She either has to stand or lay down. So there's gonna be some limitations. When we fly back, she's obviously gonna have to sit in an airplane, but I think for 2 weeks, she's supposed to avoid sitting in an upright position as much as possible. And that other Airbnb, I did contact the host to request money back, minus the few nights that Colleen stayed there and last night, because, you know, we did use the place, but we did find a very dirty air conditioning unit when I got there. First thing this morning when I got up, I checked the air conditioning units. I do that at every place I go, just because I do maintenance and I know what to check as far as things are cleaned properly. So I did check the air conditioners. Filters were gross. I washed them. There was nothing majorly disgusting on the coils or behind the filter, luckily. So the filters were doing their job, but there was some mold found in the vents where the air comes out of the one air conditioner. So that was a concern. Colleen was having headaches in the apartment. When she was out of the apartment, not so much. So there was a list of reasons. I did message the host, requested partial money back. He has not gotten back to me. I don't expect him to. I expect to have to go through Airbnb to try to get some money back. It may be a loss. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, we need the proper location for Colleen's recovery to go well and safely. So we had to do what we had to do. So we got this place because it's a better location, more ideal for her recovery. And I scoured all of these cabinets and there's not a coffee maker. So I'm gonna go buy a small coffee maker because we do have Cuban coffee. Colleen went shopping, checked some things out, went to some pretty cool restaurants. Her dad met her down here, so she had somebody to hang out with for the last couple of days while she was down here by herself. And we were in such a rush to pack up and get her to surgery that I didn't even have my coffee yet today. So hopefully I can find a Dunkin'. Oh, and this apartment complex is gated, so there's a gate to drive through to park your car, as well as a man door gate with the same code. So when you check in, you get your key card and they tell you what those codes are. So it's a pretty secure location. It's a little after 4 and I just did my running around. I found a Shake Shack of all things and they had a white truffle burger. Never seen that before. Don't know if they have them up our way, but I stopped in, grabbed a burger for lunch. It was delish. And that was about 3 hours ago. So I grabbed my $10 coffee maker from Walmart. And because there is a little bit of a musty smell here, this is where the airflow is coming from. HVAC is in here. Cannot open this. So I bought a filter. Allergen reduction plus odor reduction. So this is the return. So I'm gonna put that filter on there somehow to at least help filter the air. Just like that. I just ripped the cardboard and tucked it behind the frame on that opening, so when it turns on, it draws it in right now, and it's filtering the air. I'm sure there's already a filter in the HVAC unit, but it is probably the cheapest of the cheap. So we're going to see if this works. I'll update that tomorrow if that actually helps. All right, I'm heading out to meet Colleen at the surgery center. Hopefully they call me within the hour, but I want to point out too, here at this location, there is actually undercover parking, so you can park in the shade if you want to. Of course, when I came in, I had to park over here because all the spots were taken. I guess we'll say this is day 2.
Yeah, well, day 1 recovery.
Last night was interesting. I got the call around 6:30. I think you said you went back at 1?
Yeah.
So 6:30 got the call. I was already in the parking lot because I expected between 5 and 6 to get the call. So I was just waiting in the parking lot, and then 6:30 they called and said about a half hour.
They literally kicked me out.
Pretty much.
I have to say, like, because I've worked in a lot of hospitals, I've had way too many surgeries to count. I've had a good experience with this group. Like, I mean, it's not like phenomenal, but a way better experience with this group and communication and direction and instructions and stuff. But that nurse,
But the aftercare,
horrible.
like everything up to that point was fine.
Horrible. Yeah, like she literally, like, I was just waking up, opening my eyes, shaking, like nonstop.
Yeah,
that
you always
happened.
shake after you come out.
Yeah, like not stop. And she's like, okay, you gotta go. And she's like, it's late, you've been here too long, go. And I'm like, I'm literally, my eyes aren't even fully open. And she said, your vitals are good, you gotta go. Now, granted, it's like almost 7 o'clock at night and I get you want to go home, but that is not the patient's fault that, like, went into surgery at
Yeah, they
time.
scheduled the surgery for 11. You went back at 1.
Yeah, which is good because I had to take my drug test, I had to take a pregnancy test, which I had a hysterectomy.
Yeah, but why don't they schedule it earlier? I don't know. Doesn't
Like,
make sense.
I met with the anesthesiologist.
If they know you have a long surgery, why don't they schedule you earlier? It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
So, like, Jose was the anesthesiologist. He was so incredibly nice. Like, just so nice. Made me feel so comfortable. He's like, I'm going to take good care of you. Like, he was just very nice. It's what I needed. And then the nurse. Oh, my gosh. I've never... That is the first time that I was like, I feel like I'm in a chop shop. She's like, okay, get out.
You know,
Literally was like, you need to go.
On the phone, when she said about a half hour, I said, well, I'm in the parking lot. And
Yeah.
she's like, oh, well, as soon as she says she's okay, I'll bring her out.
Yeah, she's like, your
Meaning,
husband's here.
It sounded like you had the decision.
Yeah, she says to me, oh, your husband called twice. You need to go.
I didn't call at all.
And I know you didn't. And because I know you for 27 years. I know you didn't. And I'm like, no, you didn't. But whatever, I'm
She
not
was just
saying
playing us.
Yeah.
against each other to get you out faster.
And then when she was like rushing me to like get up and stuff out of the wheelchair, and one of my drains, so just to be gross, you guys, like there's these drains and one pulled, and I was like, that pulled, and like you could tell like it ripped out some because I looked down and like the stitching it's not in the right place as the other one. I can feel it now.
It bleeds
It's
every
painful.
time you move.
Every time I move, it's just a lot of blood. It's not a little blood. I'm leaving piles of blood. And now I can't walk, which I'm supposed to, so thank God I bought these things, which I highly recommend them if you get any type of surgery. They're homedics, but they're compressions.
They just charge and they shut
Yeah.
off automatically if there's so much time.
Yeah, so like I've been putting these on all night because again, I've been through enough surgery that I know you have to walk every hour. You need to keep the blood flow to not get blood clots. And I'm a huge person with that. Like I don't want a blood clot, but I couldn't even get up and walk because there's so much blood everywhere. So thank God I had these. So every hour I would move my feet with them and I would put these on and do the compression. So I highly recommend these. Expect a lot of blood, like in the liposuction areas, they don't cover them. So you're literally just bleeding into your fascia, like a
All the
tremendous
incision
amount
areas are like a lot of weeping and soaking in all of the bandages and wrapping.
yeah.
The drains are only in 2 areas in the front.
Yeah. I thought I'd have 4 drains, 2 from the breast, 2 from the tummy tuck. I guess I don't know what's going on under the breast.
We're going to find out today. Post-op.
At 11 o'clock. And my first massage.
Why is your massage before post-op?
It's not. It's at 11:30. My post-op's
that's
at
right.
11.
I keep messing up.
I'm petrified. I heard they are so painful,
The
which is
massage?
obvious. Yeah, because they're...
Yeah, you're pushing on a wound.
And it said take your pain medicine before you come, but I was due at 7:30 and I wasn't about to wait till 11:30 for my pain meds. I would not have survived.
How often is the pain meds?
Every 6 to 8 hours. Now,
Yeah.
I'm very thankful they gave me the amount of pain meds. Like, if I take them every 6 hours, I should get through 5 days. Where the surgery place in Baltimore was like, they give you 9 pills, 3 times a day for 3 days. And I'm thinking, F that. Like, because this is a
In the
tremendous amount.
state of Florida, it's illegal to be prescribed certain narcotic pain meds for more than 3 days for anything,
Yeah.
any reason. But yet, you can buy alcohol everywhere.
Like CVS, the
So,
drugstore.
drink up, buttercup, but you can't manage your pain. I guess you can drink your pain away.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some alcohol.
Not allowed to drink for 4 weeks. But,
Because, it thins your blood, doesn't it?
and they said it would contribute to the swelling.
Yeah.
You have to drink 2 bottles of Pedialyte within the first 24 hours. So I think I'm like
You
one
should
and a
be.
half.
Yeah, but you had a Gatorade too.
Yeah, I was so thirsty.
You were drinking decent. Like you drink more than you ever have
Yeah.
since your bypass surgery.
Yeah, like I have not.
And you're on solid foods. So you didn't even drink broth or soup or anything. You went right to yogurt, soft food. And then last night, even within, I'd say 4 hours of waking up, you were eating
Yeah, my yogurt.
turkey and cheese.
Yeah, and then I had turkey and
And
cheese.
I mean, you had some waves of nausea, but that was probably just.
I think that was
meds.
the pain medicine. Every time I had the pain medicine, I would break out into a sweat and get nauseous. So I did take the nausea medicine last. I do have to say, I didn't realize I was going to be on 2 different antibiotics, which I'm thankful for because I don't want an infection. However,
You have a probiotic.
I wish I brought probiotics. I bought those arnica pills. I need to take those. So they said papaya juice, which I bought some, and pineapple juice help with inflammation. I never knew that. And then they suggested getting arnica pills. Arnica is like a natural supplement for bruising. So I have to remember to take those. I am also thankful that my husband pushed me to get a first floor because at first I was like, no, I'll be fine. And after that surgery, the thought of walking up a second, I counted them. There were 16 steps because I was thinking, how am I going to do this? There is no way it would have happened. Like, there's no way.
So don't. Well, I mean, this place has an elevator too, so Just make sure when you're booking a room that if it's on an upper floor, there's an elevator.
And the other thing that he had a good idea is instead of using the Airbnbs like stuff, I went Sunday to Walmart and I got a mattress pad protector for their bed and a set of sheets. So I'm bleeding out their sheets. However, I wish I got 2 or 3 sets because there's so much blood all over these right now. Now I had to get ready for my appointment. I had to pee again. By the way, another huge
I'll just go
thing.
show it.
Yeah. Get it.
The PP for the female. Because good luck sitting down right after surgery. Because technically, I mean, the only sitting down you're doing is to sit in the car. Mm-hmm. You can only lay or stand up.
Yeah, and apparently, so fun facts that I've learned since I've been here that were not in the instructions or the surgery coordinator, because there's specific things I asked. Like I told her I was taking 2 weeks off work. She said that's fine as long as I don't do a lot of movement. Fun fact from the doctor, I'm not even allowed to drive for 4 weeks. So how I'm getting to work in 2 weeks, I have yet to figure out. And I can't be in an upright seated position for 4 weeks. Like he's like, you cannot sit at a desk. Which I have a spare recliner at work I could ask. So you could put in my office for a couple of weeks.
I mean, luckily at home we have that lift chair too.
Yeah. All right, that's it. I got to get ready for my appointment.
Okay.
And we have to clean these.
We'll check in later. Does it feel better getting a shower? Salad dressing?
Felt much better after my shower. So much better. That blood, the amount of blood that comes out of you. So they have you buy 1 abdominal binder and 1 sports, like surgical bra. However, you had to have an abdominal binder on you all the time. Just buy 2 to begin with. Because I had to walk all the way back down that long hallway to get a second one. Because it was filled with blood.
Yeah.
Like, filled, so.
Well, yeah, you gotta have time to wash one while you're wearing the other one. But they don't tell you these details. You'd think that they would.
Yeah, well, the nurse practitioner did tell me today. She's like, you should have 2.
Yeah, today.
Yeah. And I'm like, yes.
After surgery.
She did give me a suggestion. So there's something called a fascia, which is a full body garment that I have to start wearing in 3 weeks. I wear the abdominal binder for 3 weeks and then the fascia for at least 6 months. Now, that's a full body garment. She said they're $120 a piece, and their place is like the cheapest place you can get them. But I obviously don't live here. They need to be taken in every 3 to 4 weeks because your swelling is going to continue to go down. So she said a lot of people just sew them.
Instead of buying
she's like,
sizes.
Yeah, she's like, you do not want to spend $120 every 3 weeks. I'm like, no. But I also don't know how to sew. So I might get 2 of those and take it to Nadia to when I need it sewed. But she said just bring it in because she said you don't want a loose fascia.
Yeah.
Because
that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, like you're trying to shape your body. That's why you're in it for so long.
And we changed the sheets.
And Pedialyte.
That's my new drinking lying down. I do have extra straws.
And that's what I've been doing this whole time.
I noticed you didn't eat much, but did you eat that whole yogurt? You're supposed to be eating.
I know. They said you have to eat like proteins. It's just like literally
40% of your diet should be proteins.
Yeah, so she said today avocado, broccoli, no beef, no pork, chicken, turkey,
some
fish.
Avocado at lunch.
We stopped at Panera and got split a tuna sandwich and I put cheese and avocado on that. We had fish for dinner, but
you only had 1 piece.
Yeah.
Like 5-inch fillets.
I don't even think I was full. It's just like, so I'm trying to eat around my pain medicine time because the pain medicine's making me so nauseous. But then I just don't feel good by the time it's time for my pain medicine. I'm in so much pain that I literally can't eat. So I have to figure this out tomorrow, like what to do.
Space out your eating.
Yeah.
So like you eat a yogurt with your pain med and then in between you eat something substantial. Your next appointment is until 3 p.m. tomorrow, so we have all day to figure it out.
Tonight, what I did was I'm trying to lay all the way down. I have a pillow under my knees, which is feeling very good. because the lady's like,
Well, you just slept for like 2.5 hours straight.
Oh my god, I was so tired. But I did notice once I laid all the way down, because I've kind of been in a reclining position. I mean, I'm still, yeah, my head's up a little. I was able to like straighten out when I was walking when I got up, because I've been in a slumped over position. So I wanted to lay all the way flat down to get my body to being used to in that straight position without standing and being straight. If that makes sense.
If you lay straight, you're healing straight.
Yeah, that's all I got for you. I'm really tired and I'm in a tremendous amount of pain. My sides are bruised. We bought arnica gel.
But I forgot to put it on before you got wrapped it back up.
And I was like, not getting out of this. It's not fun putting on your abdominal binder. But I did take my arnica tablet. So tomorrow morning, I might have my whole sides. They're so bruised.
Yeah.
Holy moly, I'm just a big bruise.
Oh, update on AirBNB. I got refunded through AirBNB. I had to go through AirBNB because the host basically blew me off, so I had a no refund policy for any reason. So I just filed a complaint with AirBNB, and within an hour, they were refunding us the nights we did not stay at that first Airbnb. So
which I'm
that
so thankful.
Somewhat got worked out.
Like, I think about that, I'm like, there's no way.
Oh yeah, the steps.
There's no way.
But also, I don't know, it wasn't a healthy
No.
environment.
Even the 3 nights I was there, I woke up with a headache every single day. Not that the
tomorrow
place
you're
was
supposed
dirty,
to get your shot.
which usually goes in my stomach, so I do have to call the pharmacist just to confirm I can put it in my buttock.
This is going to end this updates, and we
I'm
will
tired.
start a new round of updates tomorrow, maybe 2-3 days for each video.
I'm hoping this is the worst of the days, but I have a feeling it's not.
No, isn't it like 3 days of hell or something like that?
I said 3 to 4 days of just excruciating pain. I don't know if this is worse than my C-sections.
There's more
Like, more
areas
muscle is cut.
but the C-section's like
Goes
all the
deeper.
way through.
Yeah. And this is like your breast. The breast, I have to say, it's painful, but it's totally tolerable. The bruising, that
It's
sucks
your
because
front.
it's
Well,
the
that's
stomach.
the main.
It is. When I say so tight, it's so tight that if you straighten out, you feel like you're ripping your entire
The
front
muscles.
off. It feels like the skin. I
Oh,
feel
wow.
like I'm gonna rip my skin off my body if I straighten out. It's so tight. I can't even explain it. It's so tight. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Alright, subscribe below to follow along for more updates. Till next time. Last tag.